It is a great day to be alive in Pittsburgh, PA. Welcome in, friends, Yinzers, countrymen, to another episode of Kaboly+Mack. This is officially episode number 90, Kaboom. I can't believe we've done that many, but here we are. We've arrived. You've got your beautiful Iron City neon back there.
Should we have a party for number 100?
I'm trying to think when that would time out to be. Hold on. I gotta look at the calendar now. You're making me do math first thing out of the gate. Another early episode because we all have life and things going on. But yeah, we got up early to do this one. So here we are. Well, Kaboom was up already because he never sleeps more than like an hour at a time.
90 minutes. 90 minutes is a good night.
How are you still alive if you can only sleep 90 minutes at a time? Seriously, answer that.
How would I know? A couple 90 minutes, have a nap here or there.
Jeez. Episode 100 might be right around the day after the opener. That might be perfect timing. I don't know. I don't know about a party, but we'll have real football to talk about. More fake football tomorrow night. Final preseason game for the Stillers. Some guys were back at practice in different capacities yesterday down on the south side. We didn't get a chance yesterday to talk about what's going on around the rest of the division, the AFC North, but there's interesting stories in each spot, I think, especially in Cleveland and Cincinnati, where things are just perpetually a mess in a couple of spots. And something Aaron Rodgers said on the Cam Heyward podcast that I think will lead into an interesting question for Kaboom and maybe the most interesting part of this podcast. Who knows? We'll get to all of it today. Thanks for following along with us on all the social media. If you haven't yet, make sure you're following on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X. You may be watching us on there right now. We appreciate it. First 500 followers on Instagram going to be in a drawing for that $100 Yoli's gift certificate. Manja, Yoli's Cucina and Craft House out in Jefferson Hills. And, of course, we'll find a new giveaway for those of you subscribing on YouTube. But we shouldn't have to bribe you too much. We got over 2,500 of you at this point, and we appreciate every single one of you. Also appreciate all the sponsors supporting the show. And there are many, and there may be more coming. Up to something season, Kaboom. Thanks to Southwest Greens. They've been on board since the very beginning, and they want to take care of your yard. Not like come out and spray all kinds of chemicals on it to keep the bugs and the weeds away, but like put down a beautiful artificial surface. Could be the whole yard, could just be a corner of the yard, but something that you won't have to spend all that money and time and effort in taking care of that's going to look beautiful. SouthwestGreensPA.com. Tell Jake the Kaboly+Mack sent you. They'll come on out, tell you exactly what they can do. And like I said, you might have the best looking yard in the neighborhood thanks to them with the least amount of maintenance. SouthwestGreensPA.com. Go check them out today. I mentioned final preseason game tomorrow night, Kaboom. And everybody's going to play except for Rodgers, Metcalf, Heyward, and Watt, it sounds like.
Did it? I don't know. You really think so?
That's what I mean.
He ruled them out. He ruled those guys out. He didn't rule the other ones to play yet.
I see what you're saying.
I still think that might be up in the air. I mean, there might be a series, but that's more than what they've been getting the first two series here. But I don't know why you go down that route now. To be honest with you, you got what? 18 days before the season starts, 17, 2.5 weeks. You might as well just go status quo with your belief that you did in the first 2 weeks here. Why am I trotting out Jalen Ramsey? Why am I trotting out JPJ? Why am I trotting out whoever, Freiermuth, Jonnu? I highly doubt Jonnu Smith plays. Highly. I mean,
is he practicing at all? Have we gotten to the point where Jonnu is actually practicing?
If it is, it's not much.
Very limited. That's not a good
If there was a practice report, it would be saying limited.
What would he be if there were a real game tomorrow? Would he be doubtful? Would he be probable?
There is no more probable, is there?
Yeah, there is, isn't there?
I thought there was only questionable and doubtful.
Okay, questionable. Would he be questionable or doubtful?
He would probably just be not on the list. I don't know if they're taking care of him or not. I don't know. I mean, it's not like we get a lot of clear answers nowadays from anybody involved. So we have to basically look at the information in front of you and make an educated.
Another new word by you. Good job.
Educated guess on what's going on because nobody.
Because they're being very precautious with all these guys.
Hey, I showed you last night. That was a word.
If you could make up a new word during each show, we could have like an entire Kaboly dictionary, and we could put it together and sell it.
I mean, precautious is a word. I sent it to you yesterday.
It's not a real word.
It's in the dictionary. It's a word.
Precautious is not a real word. You made that up.
Yeah, I just, there's this thing called Google. It's really easy to figure out if something's a word or not.
I mean, maybe you made it up and it's already showed up in the dictionary.
Maybe it's AI.
Maybe. We were able to see with our eyes yesterday, in particular you, because you were actually down there at 3400 South Water Street, was Cam Heyward actually practicing. Hitting a little sled, popping up, tackling the little thing. Cam Heyward was a full participant in practice yesterday, although he still wants his money. This is completely and totally unsurprising. I said it before. If he misses a regular season snap due to this dispute, I will run across the Clemente Bridge naked. It looks like everybody's eyes have been saved from that awful outcome because he's not going to miss any time. In fact, he's right back to practicing in full.
Once again, I don't know about full, but he's been practicing the individuals for a while now. He'll take a day off and he'll work in the indoor facility the other day and stuff like that. But this was basically the first time of any notice that he took some team reps. I'm not sitting there counting them, and I won't be allowed to say how many he had or not. But once again, as we go back to my original statement, they sitting there leaving us guessing, man, just absolute guessing. Tomlin wouldn't say either way, and Heyward said, "Well, I think he just blew past us like it was." What was the Raiders center that they were was talking crap on him this past offseason? Who was a good center last year in the draft, other than Zach Brady, the Oregon guy? Well, whatever. Just like zipping by him as they're like, I got to go to the trainer's room. I mean, I remember it wasn't that long ago. You could sit there and talk to Cam for 15, 20 minutes. He was always around. He's just not available at all anymore for anything. If it is, it's a gangbang, a group setting, and he wasn't speaking. And I find it hard to believe that there's nothing either in place or one of those handshake agreements. This is what we're doing, Cam. Okay,
I'll get wait to make it look good.
Or they have to wait to, actually literally sign the paper or whatever. I wouldn't be shocked today, tomorrow, Cam Heyward signs a new extension or whatever it might be. I won't be shocked.
Shifting of money from one year to another.
I mean, we've all heard it. I mean, it's not like it's something he doesn't deserve and something he doesn't is warranted, but just the whole process, man. Why are you leaving? I mean, Tomlin, just like, I don't know. You have to ask him. He doesn't talk. So who am I going to ask now? The cafeteria guys? I mean,
he's got his own podcast now. You know what that's like, Kaboom. Once you get your own podcast, you don't want to give anybody anything for free. You're like that.
But he won't say that on there. He's not going to go out there and say, hey, I signed a deal. I'm not telling him to tell us, but, I mean, this is obviously a big story. I mean, you come out 3 weeks ago and say that I'm not practicing. I want a new contract, and then all of a sudden, boom, there he is. He's practicing. What?
Practicing.
Is he really practicing? What? Huh? What happened?
It's all very performative, in my opinion. And I don't know if it actually none of it had to happen. If Cam would have just gone behind closed doors and said, "Hey guys, are we going to get this done before the season or not?" They could have done it. And, like you talked about, shifted some of the money from the two non-guaranteed years in the deal to this year, guarantee it, and everybody would have gone into the regular season, go, oh, okay, they gave Cam a couple more bucks, big deal. But instead, when he made it performative, it actually, and again, we talked about this, we don't need to break it down too much more, but it turned the court of public opinion in the exact opposite direction from what he was expecting it would do. And everybody went, wait, this guy wants an extension a year after getting an extension. And so there was no need to make it a big public deal.
I might have to disagree because I think he tried to do it behind scenes and nothing was working. And his only belief was, I got to bring this public, at least to give me some time to negotiate before the season starts so I don't miss anything. If he went to him like he said in February and said, hey, man, what was going on here? And they just kept putting it off, then what kind of leverage do you have other than, okay, I'm going to put that out there? Now, when he put it out there, he probably didn't think the reaction was going to be what it was. But I think he was almost forced into that corner, wasn't he?
See, this is what I mean. I don't think he was, because he didn't gain any leverage in the situation. He never had any.
It looked like he might be signing, right?
Well, but they could have done that behind closed doors. I think this is another instance of, like, people have brought this up all offseason about, oh, do you think this guy's upset that the Steelers were too busy dealing with this other guy? Like, do you think TJ was annoyed that they weren't getting his extension done and they were too busy signing Aaron Rodgers and trading for Jalen Ramsey and this and that and the other thing? It was like, well, listen, they got one big thing going on at a time, and it was Rodgers. And then it was the Ramsey deal falling into their lap. And then it was TJ's extension. And then in the last couple of weeks of the preseason, they could have focused on getting Cam a few extra bucks if they wanted to. And kaboom, just left. I'm not sure what happened. His laptop probably died. So I'll continue to sit here and talk to myself while he logs back on. And I'm going to have to text him now and say, Kaboly, what the hell happened? Here we go. What the hell happened? Hold on. You might be back here.
I
just texted you. What the hell happened? Your laptop die?
I had to, cut you off because you were getting a little long-winded there. So.
Oh, so you just disappeared and came back for the end of my point? Screw you. I just went full on Adamski, didn't I?
No.
No, my point remains. I don't know what you heard of my long, rambling, incoherent statement and what you didn't, but they could have just done all this behind closed doors because he never gained any leverage in this situation. He was never going to sit out any games, and so therefore there was no added leverage, and the Steelers knew he wasn't going to sit out any games. So, like you said, they'll throw him a couple bucks, but they probably would have thrown him a couple bucks anyway.
Are you going to sit there and take that chance? I'd be very careful, though, to be honest with you. And this is what they call in the business of, I'm not in the business, so I can't even say it.
What business? Football?
The business of radio. I'm going to get to the next topic here. I'm here on this podcast, man. I don't want to be taken out of context.
You want to be taken out of miscontext, Hines?
I'm taken out of context, like Cam was taken out of context in his own podcast. When he told Aaron Rodgers, a segue, right? Is that what they call it? Cam, I was taken out of context. No, it was the exact words you said on your own podcast. It wasn't taken out of context. When he said it with the Rodgers, which I you know what, I think Rodgers gained some a little not leverage, but hey, like one of those, like, yeah, this is pretty good. He called Cam out basically at that point during his podcast yesterday. As we switch here,
yeah. The episode with Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf is, I scrolled through some of it this morning. It's interesting. I'm going to play a clip that has nothing to do with football later, but you're going to want to hear it anyway because I think it's peak Aaron Rodgers. But there were a couple moments there where we talk about throwing darts. He's got some darts for Cam. Like, he gets them in there real quick. Well, Aaron Rodgers is
out of context, right?
Aaron Rodgers is a premier ball breaker, from what I can tell, and has no problem breaking Cams.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there hasn't been an interview that went past he hasn't busted my balls. Yesterday I was wearing the TJ hat. He goes, "Oh, TJ, I like Tijuana."
Did you bother explaining?
I wanted to say, and I said it was probably not appropriate. I wanted to say, get any good Spanish fly lately?
Don't. The other thing we saw at practice yesterday, this is straight from your phone. Calvin Austin III. That's Calvin Austin going through individual drills. So does he look healthy, Kaboom?
I don't think the healthy is a part of it. It's the reoccurring that I think that might be a little bit worrisome.
The re-aggravation that you
the
said.
Re-aggravation, the re-aggravation of the injury is somewhat higher. So I think that's the biggest issue right there. I mean, he's looking good right now. He still hasn't done anything more than what you saw there, really. And
will he play tomorrow night, or are they going to be precautious with him too?
He's not going to play. He hasn't been on the field. He hasn't ran a route in 3 weeks. I talked to him again yesterday. I said, "I'm sorry about the old gangbang." He goes, "Yeah, what the hell was that all about?" I'm like, "I don't know." He goes, "We're sitting there just BS and chopping it up." And all of a sudden, I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I apologize."
That's, 24 hours ago, you were afraid to use that term. But you've dropped it twice now in the first 15 minutes of the show today.
What chopped up?
No. No. The term we use behind closed doors for a group media setting.
You know what Tomlin once said to me? He goes, "I don't like when you guys use that word."
It's got certain connotations.
Basically, back then, it was few and far between. And now it's like, I better not use my example here. It's pretty prevalent.
What, the actual occurrence of an individual discussion turning into a group media session?
The group media session. When there's like Aaron Rodgers is always in the group media session. So there's certain people, not basically everybody. Nobody has any respect for anybody. They don't. I mean, it's just the bottom line. I mean, I see the Fabo talking to Will Howard. I'm not jumping in there, but hey, it doesn't mean everybody isn't. But
some respect.
I mean, I could do a whole podcast about this crap stuff.
I know.
I don't want to be taken out of context on my own podcast.
I can tell we're quickly accelerating towards the grind of the regular season because you're getting more agitated about it. Or maybe it's just the return to the South.
Got better coffee, though, today. So
good job not screwing up your coffee this morning.
So Calvin, I got the old coffee still here, and it's still full, and I forgot to dump it out.
Take that to the kitchen and dump it out.
I forgot to dump it out.
So Calvin Austin III back practicing, but probably not going to play tomorrow. Highsmith was back practicing yesterday too. I know he's been in and out of practice during camp. Since we're just rolling through the people that were noticed at practice yesterday, what's his deal? Any chance he plays tomorrow night, or again, are we going with your new word, precautious?
Who are we talking about? I was just looking at Phil's text message. No, I don't think he'll play. I think he was full. He wasn't full. He was darn close to taking part into some team activities. That's a guy that's been out so long. They've been so precautious with that hamstring injury that I don't see why he would be up there. I mean, I think that, like you mentioned, the 4 guys. Who are the 4 guys he mentioned who were out?
Cam, TJ, Aaron, and DK.
Those are guarantees. The other ones are still up in the air, and I think he's one of those guys who's still coming off an injury. He won't play, but he'll be ready for week 1. So
is that what this is all about now? Just get to week 1 fully healthy, and we might not. Even though he only ruled 4 guys out tomorrow night, it might be another game where the top 18 or 19 guys on the roster don't touch the field.
If that is, I'm shutting it off at halftime.
I mean, there's guys fighting for roster spots. We talked about some
maybe
of them yesterday.
2 of them.
So
maybe the punter, maybe Beanie, maybe. It all comes down to we were keeping 8 or 9 offensive linemen, 6 or 7 defensive backs, 4, 5, or 6 wide receivers. So there's not much to be gleaned off of this, and I don't think a lot of those guys play. They might dress and pretend like they're going through a regular season game, which Tomlin loves to do that.
Let them go through warm-ups and do all that.
Warm-ups like you're playing, then when kickoff, it's like sit down. I mean, they know this beforehand, but that could be a lot of the case. I mean, do you want to see Freiermuth? I don't want to see Freiermuth. I don't want to see John. I don't want to see who else? Anybody on the defense. I don't want to see Patrick Queen. I don't want to see Herbig. I don't want to see any of those guys. At this point, what's the use? You got 18 days. Nothing but negative can happen now.
Yeah, we're at the point where there's very little good that I guess can come of it. Putting guys like Ramsey and Slay and Porter out there, especially against a team like Carolina. I mean, what kind of test is that going to be? Forget their second and third stringers, but even from the first stringers, like, I don't know. What are you going to get out of that?
Apparently Carolina's, somebody who's potentially producing the show tomorrow, said they were going over the rosters with a fine tooth comb. They said this could be one of the worst teams in the NFL, let alone the third team. So I don't think Carolina is.
They're bad.
Yeah.
Like I think not to get, again, nobody really cares that much about the Carolina Panthers that's listening to us right now. So not to get too deep in the weeds on the Carolina Panthers, but like I think Bryce Young could be better. I think he could be
decent second half, right?
Yeah, decent second half last year. He's got some targets, Tet McMillan, Leggett. Thielen's about 72 years old, but continues to play well. So like, yeah, but I mean, they're still the Panthers and the rest of that team. The offensive line is basically trash.
So what are you watching when you watch the game tomorrow? I'm not sitting there saying, wow, is Beanie Bishop going to make the team or not?
Caleb Johnson.
That's not going to keep me engaged.
Caleb Johnson. We talked about the run game yesterday, and we're still worried about it. So
I would like to see those guys get more. I'd like to see Jalen Warren get some time.
First team offensive line. Give me those 5 guys in there.
Give him 2 carries. By the way, what I noticed yesterday at practice during some team drills, Kenny Gainwell is a pretty doggone good runner.
You think they'll use him like that?
He could be a nice change of pace type of guy. Third and short, up the middle, play action guy. I seen him break off a couple of runs yesterday. I was like, I didn't think Kenny had that in him. I thought he was just a catch and make you miss type of guy, but he's
might be able to run it as a third down back, you're saying?
Potentially. But I mean, if you look at statistics, analytics, anything third and more than like 2,
you're throwing.
They pass. Period.
Yeah. Thanks to the Dan Heck team for supporting the show as always as well. You need to buy or sell a home in the Pittsburgh area, heckteamhomes.com, HAECK, heckteamhomes.com. They'll help you figure it out, whatever you're looking to do, whether you're looking into moving into something bigger, different neighborhood, downsizing, whatever it is, the whole team ready. They are there to help you. Dan, Michelle, Jeremy, Corey, John, Keith, Heather, Mike, Tia, all ready to help you get into the perfect home for you and your family. Heckteamhomes.com, HAECK, the Dan Heck team. We appreciate their support as well here on Kaboly+Mack. So we've firmly established that there's not much to look for tomorrow night, right? Like more of the young guys like Caleb Johnson, Derek Harmon, maybe Jack Sawyer, but probably not going to get a ton of starters again. So yeah, this is a go to bed at halftime kind of game, isn't it?
Yeah, it depends if you have anything to do on Friday.
Stay up and crush some iron during the second half.
The Mongo. But yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what to look for. Maybe the punter. Yeah, I ran into Corliss Waitman yesterday, right, or 2 days ago. And if you go from the Steelers front part of the facility to the back, there's like facial recognition to let you in, and I'm coming in, he's going out, so I got the right away, so to speak. I don't need the facial recognition to get out. As I get there, he's trying to open the door, and it won't open. Finally, I'm like this, trying to make it open and open. He goes, man, It reminds me of that Jets thing. He says, "Man, should I know something? I mean, should I read something into this or what?"
He's going to show up and the key card's not going to work.
Yeah, he seems to be a nice guy. By the way, this new Steelers locker room, we just noticed it's just first two things really funny about this new locker room.
Okay.
Number
and it's
one,
not a new locker room, by the way. They painted the walls.
No, they did a couple other things. This is what I'm getting at. Back in the day, and I had to explain this to Mason McCormick yesterday about the music in the locker room.
Uh-huh.
Ben, Troy, they would. Whoa. Ben would walk in and go, "Oh, Ben's here, shut it off." But they got speakers now in the ceiling.
Oh.
And number two is all off season, all OTAs, all mini camp from April until now. Broderick Jones just realized there was new carpet there yesterday. He goes, "Oh man, there is new carpet here." He's funny as hell.
He's busy, hopefully paying attention to blocking.
He's funny as hell.
And not noticing carpet. New carpet, and they painted the walls and put speakers in the ceiling.
And you're like snapping people with towels.
That's not really a thing, is it?
That's what I'm saying. He's a pretty funny guy.
Really? Broderick Jones.
Yeah.
Big comedian.
Yes, he is.
Okay. What is this that you're texting about? This Ken Carman in Cleveland.
I have no idea.
Ken Carman, who's the morning show host at The Fan in Cleveland, just randomly tweeted out at like 8:15 this morning, "I like Kaboly. I think I'd like to drink with him."
I mean, I don't know. And then Adam Crowley says he trade me for Mary Kay.
No, absolutely not.
What the hell is going on?
No. Do you remember when Mary Kay Cabot,
by
the way, for those that like
topic in Cleveland radio, by the way?
I don't know. They're probably watching the podcast. Hi, Ken.
What the hell's going on here? What the hell's going on around here?
We should invite. Well, he doesn't travel on the road with the team. I was going to say we should invite Carmen out for a couple of IC lights when the Browns are in town. When are they in town?
3 or 4, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't memorize the schedule.
Why not? It's basically your life for the next 4 months.
Who does that? Yoey. Yoey's like Rain Man. If I say October 13th, 1991, well, actually, it'd be October 15th. And I remember that day because my grandmother made chicken salad that day, but the Steelers played the Ravens. And that's the game. I'm like, dude, what is your problem? Now, me, I can't remember. I got week 1 and 2 down, and 3 and 4 in the bye week. After the bye week, I'm lost right now. I'd have to look it up.
So the Browns come to Pittsburgh on October 12th. So yeah, Ken Carman, if you're going to be coming down to Pittsburgh that weekend, which I don't think you will. I don't think you travel with the team. I think you stay home and watch it on TV like the rest of us. But if you do, come down. We'll get you some IC lights. We'll have a good time, and we'll laugh about the Browns. I mean,
laugh at the
open invite.
Laugh at the Browns.
I was trying to be peaceful there and say we'll laugh about the Browns. I wasn't going to say we'll laugh at the Browns, but
I'm just curious how this got brought up on. I mean, it was not it's not like somebody asked him something. All of a sudden, it's just like I would like to drink with him. I'm like, okay, well, what the hell's going on here?
I don't know, but we're going to officially invite him to drink some IC lights. Maybe we'll send him some IC lights.
What is the Cleveland version of Iron City?
I don't know. What crap do they drink up there? What's the Cleveland beer of choice? They have Great Lakes up there.
What the hell is that?
Great Lakes actually makes some decent beers. But I don't think they have like a typical like American lager. Fatheads is actually from Cleveland originally, isn't it?
You're asking the wrong person there, man.
Whatever. I don't know, because I'm just going to have some irons.
By the way, maybe we'll just mention this on our chat here. Can everybody just say hello to Johnny the Barber so he quits blowing up our chat?
What is Johnny the Barber doing? Is he just throwing? He's just
it's
lobbing grenades into the.
I think he's at message number 94 right now.
Yeah. Wasn't Johnny the Barber going to advertise on the show?
Hi, Johnny the Barber.
Yeah, I thought that happened. Speaking of people that are advertising on the show, check out the Third Due First In podcast, firefighter, first responder stories, everything from that life. Keith and Gino talk to guests and themselves about everything that's going on in that world, whether you're in that first responder world or you're just curious about it. Good show. Check it out on YouTube, all your social media. We appreciate them supporting the show. Third Due First In at Third Due First In with the numbers in there. If you're looking for the social media handles, we appreciate their support of the show as well. And we do appreciate everyone that blows up the chat. Blow up the chat by all means. Argue with each other like everybody was doing the other day in here about Calvin Austin and the other wide receivers. We got Steelers Nation Australia watching the show live. What time is it in Australia right now, Kaboly? Let's look it up.
I'm saying
first, we're both going to take a guess, and then we'll see who's closer.
11 p.m.
11 p.m. I'm going to say. I'm going to say like 1 a.m. What time is it in Australia? Let's see. Oh, you nailed it, you son of a bitch. It's 9 a.m. here right now. It's 11 p.m.
You see, I'm not just a pretty face, man.
Yeah, there's some brains in there somewhere, I guess. Since you brought up the Browns, or I guess since Ken Carman brought up you on social media, let's talk about the rest of the division. Let's start with the Ravens because they're the least amount of a mess. I thought I saw somewhere that they might play a good amount of starters in this final week of the preseason. That probably doesn't mean like Lamar and Derrick Henry and Kyle Van Noy and guys like that. But Harbaugh and Tomlin both seem to be a pair of those head coaches who are on the we're not going to play anybody in the preseason line of thinking.
Well, I mean, Zach Taylor used to be that guy, my buddy in Cincinnati, right?
But yeah, that's worked out well for him the last couple of years.
Apparently, he doesn't like me, apparently. Oh, well.
Zach Taylor doesn't like you?
Yeah.
Wait, there's a story here.
No, because when I used to work at that unnamed other outlet.
When you worked at the hedge fund?
Yeah, and it was one of the guys would tell me one time they were just BSing with him, like off the record, and somehow he brought my name up and said, yeah, I don't like him. I'm like, I don't even know who that guy is. This was a couple years ago.
And Zach Taylor, just like if I were to just take 2 photos of people and line them up next to each other and say, yeah, these guys probably don't have much in common, you and Zach Taylor would be like, I would look at them and go, yeah, I don't think these guys have much in common.
Who do I have much in common with? Mike
McCarthy, Zach Frazier, Mason. You're an offensive line.
Oh, I thought you meant coaches.
Well, speaking coaches.
That, I had this whole story planned for today, right?
Okay.
I started to write it, and I'm like, oh, no, I just came up with a better idea.
Well, what was the original idea?
I'm not going to give it away because we got slime balls in this business.
Well, then what's the point of bringing it up in the first?
Well, what I'm saying is sometimes you have to pivot. And
gotta be light on your feet, as Mike.
But the problem is I need to talk to somebody else before I do it because something hit me too late. Maybe it's just
There's a lot going on up there, isn't there? In the big kaboom brain.
Yeah, you saw the helmet. Well, when you wear this helmet.
Yeah, the Bell Vernon football helmet from back in the day has not done much to keep.
Well, you wonder why you have head injuries when you have a helmet like that.
We're totally off the rails. How good
you take over? You're the lead. You're the lead.
I'll try to get it back together here. How good are the Ravens going to be this year? Any reason they don't win the division?
Oh, of course they cannot win the division. Look at last year; they were 3 games down with 4 to left.
Yeah, what happened in the last 5 weeks?
Well, they were. If some unnamed team didn't crap the bed, they wouldn't have won the division. So you can't sit here and say, yes, absolutely, they're winning the division. No, I think.
Well, okay, give me reasons why they don't then. Because the only reasons I can come up with are Lamar or Derrick Henry get hurt, or the secondary spends the entire year playing like they did the first half of last season.
Of course, they got what's his face from Green Bay. On paper that looks really good. The defensive back, Jair Alexander.
Yeah, old what's.
But sometimes that doesn't work out as well as you might think it does. I'm not saying they're not a 10-11 win team, but Steelers tend to play them well, other than in the playoffs, of course. So I haven't looked at their schedule. I'm wondering if their schedule is difficult or not. But I don't. I think we have to eliminate. Hey, if so and so gets hurt. I mean, we can say that about every single team.
Okay, fair. Let's eliminate that then. Let's look at their schedule real quick.
I mean, I'm not still. Are you still sold on wide receivers? They got. I mean, likely out now.
Zay Flowers is good, but I mean, he's good. I don't think he's great. I mean, their schedule is tough the first few weeks, man. Holy jeez. They open at Buffalo, then they get Cleveland week 2, then they get Detroit, then they got to go to Kansas City, then they host Houston.
Start 1-3.
They might start 1-3. Man, would that be something?
Doesn't Cleveland play Baltimore pretty well too, historically, or am I?
Yeah, I mean, it's the AFC North. I think everybody plays everybody else pretty well, unless it's the final week of the regular season and the Browns are coming to Heinz Field, in which case
that could be it. I'm not
Landry Jones goes out there and lights them up.
I'm not a big schedule guy either.
I know you're not. You've passed that along many times.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
Why is it stupid? Why is it stupid to look at the schedule?
Because you have no idea what's going to happen in week 3, let alone week 14. But who's available? How you playing? Is things clicking? All this type of crap.
All this type of crap. All this crap that
guys getting old. If is your roster too old that all of a sudden you're, struggling getting to week. I mean, there's a bunch of different things. Maybe you're running into a hot Detroit team. Maybe Detroit stinks.
I don't care about the team struggling. That's still, I know it was a low point for Joe Namath in his personal life.
Kiss me. I better.
It's still the best sideline interview in the history of the NFL. I'm sorry.
I want to kiss you.
I want to kiss you, Susie. Younger kids out there, go look it up. Joe Namath, Susie Colbert, Monday Night Football back in the day.
Man, that had to be way back in the day, too. Now I think about it.
I mean, that was like 20 years ago, I think now. Something like that.
Everything's been 20 years from that ago.
Yeah, we're old. Okay, so Baltimore, you're not going to break down because you don't like looking at the schedule.
I think they're going to be a good team. I mean, it's just a matter of you're going to be able to beat them. If you're able to beat them, which the Steelers tend to play well against them, that gives you an opportunity to.
I mean, they don't play them until week 14, I think it is. They play them twice in the last 5 weeks.
Yeah, they tend to do that a lot as well. I mean, their offensive line seems like they're pretty solid. The run game solid. Lamar's solid. Tight end solid. Secondary seems to be okay. Added some new coaching staff. They're going to be a tough. Maybe the kicker. That's it. I don't like their kicker.
Okay, that's fair.
Now the next question was, who's their kicker? And I would say I have no idea.
No idea. It's not Justin Tucker anymore. They drafted one.
I mean, they're obviously.
Didn't they draft a kicker?
Probably.
Yeah, they drafted a kid in the 6th round, Tyler Loop, whoever the hell that is, from Arizona. There you go. They got a young new kicker in Baltimore. Okay, Baltimore out of the way. Cincinnati. Did you watch any on Monday night?
Absolutely not. It was wrestling night. I mean, I hate preseason, man.
So you didn't even watch like the first quarter when both starting.
By the time I figured out that I know something happened Monday and I didn't get home till late.
Jeez.
So, I mean, preseason does not interest me. It does not interest me because, as I say, don't believe anything you see in the preseason.
So you don't believe that the Bengals?
I know Joe Burrow's good.
Joe Burrow looks good.
I know Jamar Chase is good. I know their offensive line stinks. I know their defense sucks. I mean, what am I going to see by watching a preseason game that I don't already know? Now, if this was week 1 of the Monday Night Football season, absolutely I'm watching it.
I'll tell you what you could have seen from Washington. They have this running back now. What's his name? They call him Bill, but his name's completely different. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. They drafted him in the 7th round. I think the kid's going to be really good. And I'm not just saying that based on just on watching a quarter of a preseason game. But everybody in Washington loves this kid. Like everybody in the team, they're ready to trade Brian Robinson.
You can get a running back anywhere, right?
Apparently in the 7th round of this year's draft, which is where they got him. So Cincinnati, you established the offensive line still sucks.
By the way,
maybe not as much as before.
Home again?
What?
Jacory. What did you say they call him?
They call him Bill.
How did Jacory Croskett-Merritt turn into Bill?
So I was talking to somebody from Washington.
Oh, look at you and your sources.
Big J journalist. No, I was talking to somebody from Washington, and I guess there used to be a show called Little Bill. It was like a kids show. And
that's what you used to call Cower.
Little Bill? Yeah.
No, not Little Bill. Mr. Bill, right?
No, there was a kids show back in the day called Little Bill. And apparently his teammates think he looks like Little Bill. So they call him Bill. And he's happy just being called Bill instead of Jacory Croskett-Merritt. I don't know. Take it for what it's worth. All right. So Cincinnati's offensive line sucks.
Yes. Really
still.
bad.
And their defense is going to be a disaster. But it sounds like they're getting closer to maybe getting the Hendrickson thing done. I don't know.
Yeah, this week. Then all of a sudden it'll be like, whoa, they're far off. So until that's signed, man, I'm not reading anything into that at all until it's, until it comes across the old wire.
Comes across the wire.
I mean,
speaking old man terms again.
Well,
all right, so that's Cincy. Cleveland is apparently going to keep 4 quarterbacks, according to Adam Schefter, which is just hilarious. Because if they keep 4 quarterbacks, I'm telling you,
you have none.
All 4 will start at some point this season. It's going to happen. It's going to be a disaster.
Well, they got a decent offensive line, right?
Yeah.
With Batonio and Wyatt and Conklin. I don't know how good Conklin is anymore. But your running backs.
None of whom are going to jail now.
Ward, right? I don't even know Junkins is going to play, right?
He's going to play, I think.
But you get old man Flacco throwing the ball to guys like Cedric Tillman and James Thrash. Oh, no, it's Shamari Thrash.
It's a dude named Thrash.
But obviously they're going to stink.
I always think, though, that Jerry Jeudy is older than he is for some reason. Like
Jerry Jeudy,
I want to say is only like, I don't know, 27 or 28 maybe. But I always think for some reason
he's 26.
26. See? Even when I was trying to guess his accurate age, I still missed it by a couple years and made him older than he is.
Oh, he
for some reason,
a 20-year-old, so
yeah, maybe that's it. Because he's been in the league for 5 years already. I don't know. Anyway, so the Browns are going to stink too. Who do you think ends up starting the most games at quarterback for them? Yeah, it's a pretty good question, huh? Big J journalist.
I'll probably think Flacco.
Really? I think Sanders ends up starting more games than anybody else.
Old man Flacco.
I
think Flacco obviously got a head start. I mean, if you're starting the season as a quarterback, you're probably not going to you're probably going to give him a month, right? Unless he gets hurt. I don't think he's been hurt too much over his career either.
No, he's pretty durable, I think.
So I would give it to Flacco.
Flacco.
At one point, when do you have to start looking to the future and saying, okay, Joe Flacco, he might give us the best chance to win now, but we aren't winning now.
If you're the Browns, it's probably when you start 0-6.
Yeah, but you can't approach it that way.
Well, no, but if
you can't approach the season like, hey, we're going to be 0-6.
No, but when you end up 0-6 to start the season,
yeah, maybe then at the time you make the move.
Yeah, I think Sanders is starting.
I mean,
maybe even before they come to Pittsburgh for that Week 6 game. Like if they start 0-5 and they don't get a bye after their England game, like most teams get bye.
Baltimore didn't last year, right?
Really?
Yeah,
I'd have to go back and check, but they could definitely start 0-6. And if they start 0-5, I don't know. They probably wouldn't want to insert a rookie quarterback against the Steelers defense on the road.
Steelers might have this division clinched by Halloween.
They've got it. They've clinched it already.
Browns, Bengals, they're already. I mean, the Browns and Ravens. You're looking at 1-3 and 0-6 right there.
That would be great.
They're clinched.
It's clinched. It's done. It's over. Clinched by
hosting the game January 10th.
That would be phenomenal. You have no idea how happy people would be. Thanks to our friends at Impact HVAC for supporting the show as well. They do a great job of making sure everything's working in your house. It's hot. You don't want to be hot. Have them come out and check out the AC. Make sure the system's working correctly. They could do a little tune-up, some maintenance, fix something if it's broken and not working right. Maybe even replace the whole system. They'll tell you exactly what's wrong, get to the bottom of it, and most importantly, fix it for you if it needs to be fixed. Check them out on Facebook. You can message them there at Impact HVAC PGH, or just give them a call, 412-297-1852. Thanks to Impact HVAC for supporting the show. All right, this is the clip from the Cam Heyward podcast. He had Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf on. Aaron. And look, I mentioned Aaron Rodgers is an number one ball breaker. He threw a dart at Cam about wanting more money. He threw a dart at him, a political dart at him, I think, mentioning his girl Kamala. I forget how it came up. I mean, he was just dart after dart after dart after dart from Rodgers in Cam's direction. But that wasn't the most interesting part. Hearing him talk about Zach Frazier or the offensive line or getting to know DK, all great stuff. Go check it out. Free plug for Not Just Football with Cam Heyward. But the most interesting part, because I think it leads to what could be an epic conversation with you, Kaboom, is he was asked about one of his favorite conspiracy theories.
I stayed at dorms.
Right.
In Green Bay, there's a place called St. Norbert's College,
yes.
which is it's a small Catholic college. And unfortunately, there were some suicides that happened at the dorms that we stayed at.
Yeah.
And there were rumors that it was haunted. And one night in camp, in probably, because Ruvel was there, probably 07 or 08, there was a ghost sighting in the corner of a room. And the next night, the adjacent room to that person saw a ghost in the same corner, just on the opposite side of the wall. So I think ghosts are a very interesting conspiracy that ties into being in Latrobe and being away for camp. But
the best part of this, by the way, is check out the look on DK's face while Rodgers is telling this story. Like, for real?
He shouldn't go. I hope he didn't take a walk behind the Rooney Hall to the old cemetery in St. Vincent College.
Yeah,
he might not have been aware of that.
That place is creepy, man. I've driven through there. Like, there was a time where, for whatever reason, one of the main entrances was blocked off, and I had to come in the back way for like a morning show, and it was like 5 a.m, and I'm driving past the cemetery. Very creepy. Anyway, good point by you. Does Mark Kaboly believe in ghosts?
I've never actually saw one before.
But do you believe in ghosts?
But back to maybe 2025, well, maybe longer than that, when my brother was in college at Pitt, apparently there was some shenanigans going on there that was really creepy. That not his apartment, but his buddy's apartment, they'd just show up at 3 o'clock in the morning and say it happened again, and they were like freaked out.
What was happening?
I mean, they'd get out of the shower and there'd be like words written on the shower window and stuff like that.
That's just a roommate messing with him.
There would be stuff like rolling down and moving in the rooms and stuff like that.
Where do they live? Like down in South?
It might have been on Bates or something in Pitt. I don't even know where it was exact. No, it wasn't even. It was somewhere. I really don't know. It's been so long ago. Oh, are ghosts bad? I mean,
they don't have to be.
Too much movies here, like the movie Ghost. What was the goofy-looking guy in the subway in the movie Ghost? Now he's a freaky-looking one, right?
Yeah, he is. The movie Ghost is weird because basically Demi Moore is making out with a dead guy, but he's a ghost. Like I'm not.
No, he's making out with Whoopi Goldberg, right?
They don't really make out.
Yeah, I don't know about that. They just switched the images just so it didn't look freaky.
Yeah, maybe. So you believe in ghosts?
Maybe I just don't believe in anything. I do I guess I'd have to see it before I believe it. I mean, you watch some of these movies or some of these documentaries and stuff, and you're like, man, this has to be true. But then you say, is it fake or not? You know, like I always used to watch, they're looking for Sasquatch or whatever.
Yeah.
And they never found it, but they always somehow had it, was on the scent of it.
Well,
I'm not going to dismiss it. I'm not going to dismiss it, but I'm not going to accept it either. So
Sasquatch is evasive.
I'm right in the middle with the ghost.
Oh, come on. Give me a definitive answer.
No, I mean, I'm going to say there's no fingers. Ghost. Next thing you know.
Somebody walks in, yeah.
Like house was built on a graveyard or something. I used to ride my bike through the Bell Vernon Cemetery at like 4 a.m.
Why?
I'd like to, no, maybe not 4, maybe like 2. I used to like to do late night bike rides.
Really? This is something I would have loved to have seen.
The way to be able to get from my house to, say, another part of town, you had to go through a bunch of different roads. You just zip right through the cemetery. But I think they closed that off now. I think you can't get there overnight. But yeah, it'll be like freaking lights like flickering and stuff. I mean, trust me.
I think you believe and you just don't want to.
I was booking through that cemetery at 2 a.m.
You believe in ghosts. You just don't want to put it on the
record. Why are you not answering your own question?
I do believe in ghosts. I'm pretty sure I've seen one before. I was a little kid staying at my grandma's house, and I got up to go use the bathroom in the middle of the night, and I walked out into the hall, and there was like this green shadowy figure like standing in the hallway, and I just stood there. I would have had to like walk through it like Ghostbusters style to get into the bathroom. So I just stood there and waited. And then after a couple minutes, it disappeared. And then I went and used the bathroom. I don't know who it was or what it was, but it was like almost looked like a lady in a dress or something. This green shadowy figure standing in the middle of the hall. So yes, I believe in ghosts. There you go. I gave a firm, definitive answer, unlike you.
Because you were drunk one night and saw a green dress person.
I wasn't drunk. I was a little kid.
Took a pee.
I was like 9 years old.
Yeah, so you just absolutely didn't even know what you were watching. You was probably like a glimmer of like reflection off the mirror or something.
There was no mirror in the hallway.
I'm not being
specific. Just own it. Just say yes. I, Mark Kaboly, believe in ghosts.
I don't know because I have never seen one.
Come on, this is. I wanted a firm opinion from you.
Oh, you see those ghost hunters and stuff. I don't know, man. It just seems phony to me. The ghost hunters, not the ghosts.
If it's phony, then why'd you race through the cemetery when you rode your bike?
Because it's freaky. You know, when I was a kid, I always freaked out walking through the cemetery because I always felt I was walking on people.
Oh, that is, yeah. That'll mess with your head.
Yeah, it did. It absolutely did.
That explains so much now. All right. Well, that was the most interesting.
I like the darts from Aaron. I don't know why you.
Oh, he's got plenty of darts. If you want to go back and watch that whole Cam Heyward podcast, he's got plenty of darts.
I mean, I find him quite interesting. Yesterday, he said he has books in his car when he's driving. I'm like, what are you doing? Pulling over and just reading a book while you're driving? I mean, what are we doing here? But I mean, my last book I read was like The Boys of Summer and about the Dodgers in the 50s and for a class in Cal U.
I saw a guy, no lie, walk into the Steelers game on Saturday night with a book. I'm like, why are you even here? If you're like, I get it, it's a preseason game, so like it's going to get boring at some point. But why wouldn't you just stay home and read the book? Why'd you come to a preseason game to read your book? It's not like you're sitting on a quiet bench in the park.
Not like Johnny Moxon didn't do it on the bench when he was playing for the Coyotes. Keep it up, shithead.
That needle goes anywhere near his knee, you find yourself a new quarterback. All right, Tweeter.
If your dad didn't bust your balls for me, I'd cut your ass.
Wait, Johnny the Barber was also a funeral director?
I don't know. Johnny the Barber is everything, I guess.
Okay.
So funeral. Oh well, that explains why he's a barber now. He cut the hair while in the casket.
I couldn't do that, man. I'm sorry. I couldn't be touching dead people. Couldn't do it. Sorry. All right. We've run out of things to talk about for today.
Really?
There will
We
be.
can talk about a bunch of other things.
What else?
I totally forget. Oh yeah, here's a classic one. We'll let you go on this. I mean, it wouldn't be a day unless we talk about poop. I posted a picture of an old floppy disk with the Oregon Trail. Did you
Yes.
see that? Yeah. So, guess who just retweeted it?
Who?
Dude Wipes, which I find kind of ironic because of the dysentery, right?
Yeah. I mean, you would need some dude wipes if you had dysentery, I think.
I wonder if they did that on purpose because the old dysentery. You know, when I was playing this in like middle school, Oregon Trail,
Yeah.
I had no idea what the hell dysentery was.
You just knew it was bad. I didn't. What's cholera, too? That's the other thing you'd get.
You know what? There is something. We used to cholera. What? A surname that
Oh, they quote tweeted you. Dysentery and no wipes, I'm out.
Oh, is that what they did?
Yeah, dude wipes right there. See?
There you go. Whoever
Have you worked out a deal with them yet or what?
I should.
Why haven't you?
Remember, you're the brains, I'm the beauty.
No, you could work out your own deal with them.
Once again, cholera can cause serious diarrhea.
See? Dysentery and cholera.
Back in the Oregon Trail days with diarrhea.
If they would have had dude wipes, they'd have been fine. And Mesh is right. Fording the river was always a gamble in Oregon Trail.
I think our buddy Troy Beck said yesterday, you've got 3,000 pounds of bison meat. You can only carry 200.
Such a great game.
But it was probably terrible now if you read it. If you went back to the old PC, popped in the old floppy disk.
I bet there's a way to play Oregon
terrible.
Trail online.
I'm sure, but it's probably like the new version of it.
No, I want like the original though.
So
I want the old school Oregon Trail.
Knows what a floppy disk is?
See, you can play Oregon Trail online.
Of course, but it's not the same. It's not on the old Apple.
No, it is. Look at this. Look at that.
How many computers do you have? It says Mecca.
2. Look, Oregon Trail right there.
What's the rules?
You can travel the trail, learn about the trail, see the Oregon top. Man, I'm having flashbacks. What is my choice? My choice is travel the trail. What do you think my choice is?
Boy, we're up to
this is fantastic. I could be a banker from Boston, a carpenter from Ohio, a farmer from Illinois. I'm going to sit here and play Oregon Trail now.
a podcaster from Pennsylvania.
What's the first name of the wagon leader? Kaboom. What are the 4 other members in your party? Adamski, Mac. Who else would we have? Would we invite on the Oregon Trail trip?
Speaking
Johnny the Barber.
Johnny the Barber, Ken Carmen.
Ken Carmen. There we go. Look, that's our Oregon Trail wagon train team right there. See it?
Who's going to die first?
Adamski, because he's going to be too busy asking a 3-minute
Well,
question.
I'll tell you one thing. If he got 3,000 pounds of bison meat, he's probably going to eat 2,900 of it. Boy, he can have.
All right. We're officially totally off the rails. We're going to wrap it up for today. I'm glad the Dude Wipes is retweeting your Oregon Trail floppy disk. Preseason game number 3, the last one of the year, tomorrow, Friday morning. We'll do this again to talk about what did or didn't happen during that game. Start to look ahead maybe to roster cuts.
Oh, by the way, Lincoln Park was at the Steelers yesterday.
Yeah. What was that all about?
I don't know. I mean, I literally walked in the cafeteria and I saw Aaron Rodgers talking to some people. And a smart ass that I am, I said, what is that, Nickelback? Like, actually, it's Lincoln Park. I mean, I just thought it was just random people.
I didn't have Aaron Rodgers as a big Lincoln Park fan on my video card.
He talked to him for 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
They were at practice most of the day, old Lincoln Park. And old Tex, Chris Halleck, huge Lincoln. I almost said like Jerry Dolak said yesterday, Lincoln Place, Lincoln Park. So he was like, he saw his heroes. DK Pittsburgh Sports is, we call him Tex because he's from Tex. But yeah, they were there the whole time. I mean, they had a whole entourage.
They have any contributions to practice?
But Mark Madden had a good one. He goes, the report what they say. See, but I didn't see one of the PR people say to him, "Hey, we're not allowed to take more videos. This is the team portion of practice." All right. All
right, that's going to do it for today. We'll do it again Friday morning. We'll talk about the final preseason game, if anything actually happens in it, and what goes down with Oregon Trail, maybe. I don't know. And like I said, start to look ahead to roster cuts and week 1 of the regular season. Thanks to each and every one of you who stuck it out today through Oregon Trail and Dude Wipes and everything else. Kaboly not liking the schedule, everything that we got into, ghost stories, all of it. This is the nonsense of Kaboly+Mack. We appreciate you following and subscribing on all the social media and on YouTube. Have a wonderful Wednesday, Yins, and we'll talk to you Friday morning. See ya. Bye.